We saw it earlier today when LGD were taking on Faceless. If he gets a little bit of a support, and he's got no Gamagia on his team, he's just going to get out of control.
Oh dear, Jizing, he did not expect this one. The Leshrac actually wraps around and has level 1 Edict, so it's not even like he could do a whole lot, even if he did have the Spike Carapace. Moo's going to be the one to pick up the first. A little bit more of a, he wants to be able to sit in mid lane for the most part, and we've got a Slark at the bottom lane.
Bottom lane, they're going in,
Dust goes out. Monkey's in some serious trouble. He does have a TP, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to have the chance to use it. Telekinesis goes off, and they easily have the damage to finish him off. The score now evened up 1-1. Thought they were going to be able to get a clean initiation there, but it doesn't quite turn out that way. Another dusted bottom lane. Monkeys Forever is going to be caught. The Pounce latching onto him, and again, Monkeys is left in a situation where he is done for, and he knows it. Tries to juke into the trees, but nothing to do there. 2-1 now. LGD are actually winning all their threatened by a bounty hunter ever, right? So they just want to make sure this other core does all right for himself.
Yeah, a bit of pressure coming in. They actually go on to cancel here. He's made a bit of a overstep going for that bit of a pressure, and maybe he's going to come back in. Doesn't get the kill in the end, but it's a kill onto the sniper.
I mean, if they went ahead...
But still getting a lot out of it. Similarly, Bounty Hunter trying to just get his level 6 so he can start getting a bit more active.
If we break down this game plan for both teams, right, compLexity very clearly need to be the aggressors at 15 minutes. Monkeys, almost going down to the last bit of Dark Pack damage. They're actually still searching for him to TP out, and he will be able to find that kill. Another opportunity.
Just pounce on him at the tower and with his team. So realistically, you're looking at like an underleveled Kunkka, a Bounty Hunter who doesn't have a huge amount of burst damage, and a Leshrac with minimal damage output. So compLexity don't have great plays available for them to actually get pickoffs.
Oh, Moo, just so much damage comes out in a short window of time. He will be able to make the Timber Chain away, and it looks like he might escape. They're going to be able to get one more imprison on him, and just compLexity are not here fast enough. Swindle's going to try and slow things down with a stun eventually, but it just doesn't happen in time. Moo ends up going down, and now Swindle's in a bit of trouble. Victoria is going to be sniped out, canceled, gets a bit of damage on him, but it's not quite enough. Swindles will die instead as Victoria sneaks himself one step ahead of both Cancel as well as Monkeys Forever. They definitely could have used some sort of bounty kill there, but unable to get really anything out of that situation. And even bottom lane, it continues to be a threat to anybody who shows up in this lane. Z-Freak thinks, all right, time to get some solo experience. Gets gone on by Slark, ends up dying to the help of a double damage rune.
He's just playing like super greedy, and he's also doing a really good job of pressuring lane. He's constantly spamming at
him on the OD. It's great effect here. Top lane tower will not be denied. Our Nyx just not feeling comfortable trying to go forward for that and potentially dying to any initiation from compLexity. Right now, they're really happy with the way the lanes go as long as they don't give up too many kills. Jizing will be going down, though. Caught out by an X, a boat, torrent combination, and he will end up going down. That's the first track kill of the game for compLexity, but they're going to need a
around trying to take some objectives and get pickoffs using track now.
Moo. He thought maybe he could stand one-on-one against Ame. What he doesn't expect is LGD to bring two more heroes into the lane. Almost gets out. A little bit of Timber Chain. A nice play from Victoria. Well-placed Chain. Does manage to finish off that Timber Saw and gives them the escape away. compLexity just a bit.
Black is working towards the Shadow Blade still, so he's in no big rush to force some fights or get too involved.
Oh, they actually see Z-Freak. He thought he was going to be able to go on to Victoria, but it's the other way around. Victoria and our Nyx Assassin pop out, cancel. He's actually going to be able to, nice steal with the Shrapnel. They're going to be able to slow down Cancel quite a bit. Even if Victoria gives up his life here, it's well worth it, but Imprisonment actually saves him. They're going to come in with the TP, and Moo will be able to get this kill with the Timber Chain, but now he's in trouble. If they actually manage to get a stun on him, the OD will rip him apart with that. Oh no, the missed Timber Chain! He has to turn around, throws out some damage, but he dies so easily. The pure damage coming out from this OD is just too much for him to handle. He's easily the highest net worth on his team. That's not saying much. He's just barely breaking the 5K marker. Bottom lane, they do manage to get themselves a track kill onto the Nyx Assassin. That'll help speed things up for test compLexity when they go for these 5-man pushes.
It's so hard to play as a sniper now that the Shadow Blade's up. Army will walk right past the sentry, but it doesn't matter.
Z-Freak, the big team fighter support will be taken out first. That is not a good sign for compLexity as they try and fight around their tier 2. Ame will be able to escape here, takes the track off of himself. It's going to be Victoria who's spotted out instead by compLexity. They try and pursue, but he...
Oh, they saw the bounty with the sentry.
Not able to quite get the dust in range. Monkeys will slip away. Gets a lot of valuable information for his team as they try and set up with this smoke, but they really didn't bring enough heroes. That's going to be Swindles easily going down. I think they thought maybe we'd be able to run in and find just a one pick off in the jungle, but...
compLexity getting punished there. Not quite the outcome to that smoke gank they were hoping for.
Z-Freak half a second away from being able to TP out. Maybe catches him, imprisons him, and with some backup coming in, maybe doesn't even need it. He gets all the right clicks. And compLexity may still be in trouble in the mid lane, too. Ame's going to be leading the charge here. Swindle sees him coming, tries to get off as much as he can, but Ame just pops the ultimate. He may be stuck underneath his Chakram. Mu does get the counter kill. Victoria managed to steal Chakram, and a nice stun coming out from Jing Thing, and they managed to actually push back some of these Cole members, but they'll still lose Victoria. Meanwhile, at the top lane, those two other heroes, they didn't actually try and rotate into the mid lane to help out the rest of LGD. Corner with a sentry, won't be able to see him in just this corner. He arcane boots, and now reveals himself. Nyx Assassin will be able to catch him, and this will be the death of Monkeys. None of his team trying to come forward to save him. They get the X.
Oh. God.
They get the X on Ame, but there's nothing doing.
I mean, they had to commit a Sandy's Eclipse for a core that Ame really wants to chase too hard into, given his damage potential, but Moo's still being chased. And
they get a double stun here. Ame's positioning himself to maybe get enough damage. Moo has a Timber Chain, but he can't get out. The Spike Carapace holds him in place. He tried to hold on to that ability until Spike Carapace wears out, but we could just see how well the Nyx is
as a whole, and more ways to actually initiate these fights.
They see this Nyx, but they know they can't really initiate onto him. Z-Freak tries to hide himself in the trees. TP's out, is successful. So that might be a bit of a win unless Cancel goes down in mid lane. Oh, the damage is too much. Ame is still able to get that kill. Just the high levels there is enough for him to be able to beat down the sniper before this time around. There is nothing in their path. This tier 1 tower will go down, and maybe they'll even push for the tier 2.
Yeah, with the Blink Dagger on Nyx, even getting close to spam a Chakram is so dangerous because of that Blink Impale threat, as well as, of course, walking into the Chakram, and then you can close that gap. So getting even near this is absolutely impossible for compLexity, it seems.
Yeah, they seem to have no real wave clear. In fact, they're going to be able to get the initiation on him. Moo just almost gets popped. The Yule Scepter goes down, but he's going to come back down just to a simple right click of maybe, and he'll still end up dying. Monkeys forever caught in the backside, but Bounty Hunter kill. That's not really much to talk about. It's the 2 cores that died in the beginning. That's the important thing. LGD, with that initiation, easily win the team fight, clean up whatever they can, but claim a tier 2 on top of everything else, and stream ahead in this game 1.
Yeah, they're ready to break through this high ground, at least try and take a tier 3 tower off of this. The respawn time is still fairly short. And
again, Victoria, just with the Blink Dagger, finds these openings. He gets the last remaining hero of compLexity, and LGD seemingly in a position to take this tier 3 and maybe even force the fight around the racks.
Yeah, they're pretty good to continue fighting. They've used the Sanities, which is the main big ultimate, I mean, their main big ultimate on their team, but the farm and item advantage is so much, there's nothing compLexity can do.
And they know it too. It's just these heroes, this was a very momentum-based lineup, right, from compLexity. They had a core bounty hunter. You need to be able to build up those track kills, and it just didn't happen. They lost the lanes too hard.